All right, everybody, welcome. Sports Aces podcast, episode, I'm not really sure what it is, 24, 25, 26, but it's a little bit different today. Anthony and Chris are fortunately not able to be here, so it's just me and Pat today.
Hey, I told them that we were coming for their spots. When you weren't here, I said, hey, this is just a tryout. Tom's gone. Now we cut both of them instead. It's just us.
Yeah,
so.
Sports Aces podcast, and now just me and Pat. Chris and Anthony have been cut from the team. Nah, but on a real note, Chris may or may not be back. It depends on when he gets off work, but we'll see. So
Yeah, what do you want to start talking about, brother? I know. I brought my Villanova jersey today, just to rep a little bit for our college guys. You want to start with the NBA draft, or do you want to start with some playoffs?
We can start some NBA draft because that's like super recent. But
yeah, so what do you think about how the lottery went down exactly?
yeah, I was really just about to ask you, but so I think everybody and their mom knew that the Spurs were going to get the number one pick.
I mean, that was the best position
Yeah.
like that Wembanyama could have been in to have the Spurs get that first pick. Because you look at every other place, like, well, first of all, how bad would that have been if the Hornets got the first pick and had Mark Williams there for the pick? Just like, oh, congrats, you just lost your spot.
That would have been tragic.
That was
man.
the first thing I kind of thought of, but I mean, the Spurs were really the perfect fit.
I think we've been saying this for months now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I think it was like when Wembanyama first came on the scene, like everybody knew about him. He was like the prospect. He's been on the spotlight since he was 16 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
But then like I think me, Chris, and Anthony, I don't remember what episode it was, but we were like, we want to see him go to the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Spurs were bad enough to where they could get the one pick, but like it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to see him on other teams to like create like the Twin Towers, like we talked about, like with the Thunder. The Pistons was another place that I could have thought that he fit.
It would have been interesting because like they just got Jalen Duren.
Yeah, and Wiseman as well.
And Wiseman, yeah.
So
I like that duo though in Detroit. I think they could, develop
Duren
a little bit.
and
Wiseman, yeah.
It will be good. I mean, I think the Warriors really. I mean, they made the move that they kind of had to.
Yeah, Wiseman didn't really. I don't know, like.
But again, it's just like they got so lucky getting all those young guys.
Dead ass though,
because they were totally injured like that whole year, and just like here's like how many top 5 picks. You know what I mean? Like they got Moody, they got Wiseman that year. They had Kuminga. Like you can't get any better than that, and then they're barely using them. It's like you're not developing these guys. Moody's the only one that's been getting the most burn, which surprised me honestly. But he had some good rotational minutes on defense and hitting a few shots.
Yeah,
but. Kuminga, I think everyone, even like Stephen A, like all those guys talk about like, where's Kuminga?
Well, we were talking about that actually last pod. We were saying like the Warriors might like get rid of him. Like I personally don't think they will, but like because he's such a young asset. He's 21 years old. Like,
I think that's one thing that you can think of if, so to say, before the draft, Draymond said that he wanted out. So I think that could be a piece to where you can move up and replace Draymond in some sort of a way. But that's the only thing I could see that happening of moving from him.
Yeah, I don't see like you need young assets if you're the Warriors because your team's getting old. Like Clay looked dreadful in those last 4 games.
Honestly, and I think just having Andrew Wiggins really just hurts
his
minutes. Yeah. Because they're both extremely explosive.
I like Wiggs, though. I like him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think like he's just older in age.
He is,
but, like, Kuminga is probably just as explosive, maybe more, which is kind of crazy to say.
Yeah, like, I mean, with the minutes he got, he put up around 10 a game, which isn't bad. Like, what, 6, like, what is he, second guy off the bench, third guy off the bench?
Wiggins?
Kuminga.
Kuminga, I don't, like, realistically, he doesn't really come off of the bench.
I mean, in the playoffs, he got no burn at all,
which was more interesting. It was more towards the end. He was kind of getting more burn just because I think he got more minutes with the Lakers series than he did in that series, he did. Which is surprising.
Yeah, I mean, they just they were trying to find something, so they were like, you know what, we'll give Kuminga some minutes, but it didn't really obviously help in the end. But
yeah, I mean that's enough of the Warriors though. We don't have to talk about them. I hate them. Let's start with this draft, bro. I mean, I have like a website here we could obviously choose from. It's called Real GM if you guys want to try it. It'll give you a full list and it'll have the whole mock going on of the draft, the picks that are already set.
Is this just lottery or the entire first?
I think this is the entire first, But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's only so much that you can talk about certain players and certain fits.
Well, we obviously know who's going one here. This isn't really a debate.
Obviously, Wembanyama will go first. Again, like you talked about, with Wembanyama, we've heard about him for a long time, but we also heard about Imani Bates from even further back from him.
That is a good point.
So it's interesting to see how both of these guys really got from where their hype started to now, because Imani really, really dropped.
Imani was huge hype.
Man. You know what? It was a lot of problems with him. I don't know if you saw his combine measurements. Yeah. So it's always been his wingspan and his height.
Yeah.
So he weighed, his height was 6'9" and 0.25, and then his wingspan is 6'9", so it's a little weird. But I mean, it's fine. But we see guys with shorter arms like Desmond Bane that are great shooters, and in the combine he was flat out one of the best shooters. Mm-hmm. But again, that doesn't mean anything. Colin Gillespie was one of the best shooters last year in the draft combine. He hasn't played; he's been hurt. But yeah, bro. I mean, Wembanyama, the perfect fit. I don't know how I'm gonna even select this unless I'm stupid. Oh, okay. All right, now we got it set. All right, so Wembanyama, officially a Spur. So we'll go back and forth. So who would you choose if you're the Charlotte Hornets here?
Well, the Hornets, I mean, their guard play is solid, LaMelo and Rozier, so I don't think they take any of those top guards like the Thompson twins or any of those guys. I don't think they take Scoot either.
Really?
He's an undersized guard.
Okay.
I mean, Scoot is a great player. I've watched his highlights, man. The guy can flat out just play.
I think the one thing that's really
his shooting is a little questionable.
That's the one thing that I don't really believe in what people are saying, just because it's more of his 3-point shooting, but it's
that's a good point.
It's not as if he's an awful shooter, and I think that's what it's coming off as.
Yeah.
Because I've always said, since I've been watching, when he first got in the G League Ignite, because he played for 2 years, his first year, I'm like, yo, this guy is really explosive. And he's a true point guard. He's a great playmaker, and he makes everyone around him a lot better. So I think that his shooting is getting kind of under the radar, because people are just kind of putting this stigma on him as him being a bad shooter when he's not a bad shooter. He is a good shooter, but it can improve, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
But again, that's the playmaking is not something that you could really teach. You can't teach the intelligence of playmaking. And that's something that he has. I think just defense would be one thing.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, who do you think that they would go a Brandon Miller here?
Yeah, I'm thinking Brandon Miller just because.
We can go with that. Hey, I'm totally fine with a Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller is I think he fits well with that team, because I know you're talking about Scoot,
sure,
great playmaker, but they already have LaMelo, who's.
I think it's just that you think about. Not to cut you off, but it's just you think about the Hornets and all their needs.
Yeah.
Do you just go best available? And I mean, you can have them next to each other. I mean, LaMelo is 6'7".
That is a good point. And Rozier's getting old.
Well, in that contract too.
The contract's
he did get a pretty big contract. But like we've said it before, it's just they got James Bouknight, and you barely used the guy. It's just you picked him in the lottery.
Yeah, picked him 11 overall. He got no burn. I mean, They brought him down to the Swarm. I think he played well down there.
He was just consistently, him and JT Thor coming back and forth on game days. They'd play in the G League and then come back up.
And that's the thing I don't understand about the Hornets. You are bottom tier. Mm-hmm. You're not going anywhere in the playoffs. You're not going to the playoffs in the next probably couple of years. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe, but small chance.
Yeah.
Why not give your young guys some burn in the regular season? Especially Bouknight, because I mean, I know you.
Talk about explosive.
Yeah, talk about explosiveness. The dude is a freaking animal. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, there's questions about his shooting as well, but
those are all things that are easily improvable. I mean, it just comes down to a lot of guys' mechanics, which we'll go into, because a lot of these guys don't have the best mechanics. But that's just something so teachable. But it's just a lot of things that aren't teachable is being intelligent on defense and on the playmaking perspective. You can't teach explosiveness either.
No, you can't.
But it's just there's a lot of things people say he's a bad shooter, but these are all things that can improve. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't really have to. I guess you could say you just really need to improve on just being a good catch and shooter. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're good on the catch and shoot, that's where your mechanics will begin to flow, and then you could start to go off the dribble. Because it's just about your consistency with your jump shot.
Yeah, well, that's why I like Brandon Miller pick here, because he's already developed. He's a shooter. We know what he can do.
So how do you like that when Miles Bridges expected to
come back. This would be my projected lineup for them. I have LaMelo at the 1, and then Rozier if he stays at the 2, and then you put Miles at the 3, I think.
Really?
And then Brandon Miller at the 4, and then Mark Williams at the 5. I like that lineup. I mean, you could also make the argument you could switch Bridges and Miller though. I don't know. It's tough because like you said, Scoot, they could very well take best available, and Scoot is probably a better prospect.
Yeah, because in the way that I think that they could use Brandon Miller, like him and Miles Bridges are total different players. But Bridges' jump shot improved.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I mean, the year before he left, I mean, he was incredible. I loved the way that he was playing.
23 points a game.
Like he was impressive. And
he was the best player on the team.
And then getting him back would be huge. But I think that they would use Miller more as like a spot up shooter, like someone
I think so
go
too.
and get them a bucket. I mean, he's like, you know, like Jabari Smith, like everyone coming out of college, like he was like a bucket getter. He could get to his own spots. But he was one of the best 3-point shooters in college this year. And I mean, he led all freshmen in points per game.
Yep.
This guy is a certified bucket getter. I mean, it's hard to miss on a pick like this.
If he doesn't go to the Hornets, I think the Blazers will take him at 3. Because he doesn't fall to top 3 for me.
So speaking of that then, do you have them going with Scoot here for the Blazers?
Well, I mean, obviously we know all the Dame situation. We don't know whether or not, like, you know, he tweeted the other day, if you guys want me to leave, you leave. Then.
But this is a potential trade spot regardless.
Yes, that was another thing I was about to bring up. They could definitely get rid of this pick. I don't know.
Is there a team in mind that you would think? I mean, the only team that I would think is the Raptors. Because
we were talking about the Bulls yesterday as well as a trade option. I mean, I know they have Lonzo.
But who knows when he's going to come back?
But the man is unfortunately injury prone. But I like that. I like that a lot. I
think that they have a lot of guys on expiring contracts, right? They have Pascal, there's OG, and these are all guys that they wanted to get rid of at the trade deadline. I mean, Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet, it's like they're stuck in such an in-between. It's like, are we going to retool a little bit and build around these guys that we've won rings with? Or are we just going to move on and, you know, just get at, because they have a lot of picks in this draft.
They do,
They could potentially get like 3 like lottery picks. Like I'm pretty sure they have a pick in the lottery. But I think that with all the assets that they have, they could easily move up and get 3 lottery picks.
I mean, remember, Freddie V was an all-star last year. Not the year before this year. And Pascal was as well. I mean, I don't know what happened to the Raptors this year. They didn't really mesh. Like, I don't know. So
do you think, like, I think regardless, like, if this happens, I think Scoot is 3.
Yeah.
Trade or no trade?
I think regardless, because, like, if, like you said, if the Raptors get 3, they take Scoot as well. And if the Blazers keep 3, they take him.
Yeah.
I just don't see anybody else really going 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make an argument for one of the Thompson twins, but I just think Scoot is more complete right now.
Yeah, so I mean, moving on to those Thompson twins, we're at the 4 pick with the Rockets. I mean, I've talked about not being as much of a fan, but I think
a lot of people are a little skeptical.
It was really like me just when thinking about it, like about their age, like in overtime elite. But I think again, like you can't really get past the point that these players in overtime elite aren't awful. Like Rob Dillingham is a top prospect and he's going to Kentucky. I mean, I think that's great that with the NIL you can do that now.
Yeah.
Like, you see a lot of guys maybe want to do that and just really just focus in on basketball. I mean, they have school, but again, like you're playing ball all day. But yeah, dude, I've kind of come around to the Thompson twins a little bit just because of how freakishly athletic both of them are. I mean, Asor like is the less like they say that Amen is like some like demon like on athletically compared to the other one, but it's very close too. But
yeah,
well, they go with him here?
So I don't know if you saw the rumors that Harden wants to go back.
It was today, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really like look at it. My friend had texted me actually when I was on my way here.
Yeah, Harden apparently wants to rejoin them. So that could definitely...
It was something... My friend said something with like his mom or something. Like still lives there and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different... can't think of the word, but...
Yeah,
factors.
I have the tweet here. I mean, well, remember, I thought that he was only going to go if Wemby got drafted. I thought that was the whole point of him going back. But, I mean, it says that NBA executives think that he will rejoin in the summer. Apparently, the owner loves him. He wants to it says they want to reunite him.
Of course they love him.
I mean, Ime Udoka, I mean, I don't know how he'll like him on defense, but
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, and they have a lot of cap space too.
It'll be interesting to see how him and Jalen Green can work together because like they're both ball dominant.
And that's what goes into these Thompson twins.
Both dominant players.
Because
ball dominant players.
Do you agree they go with Amen Thompson here?
Yeah, he's a forward, right?
He's a small forward.
Yeah, he plays guard. They play both.
Yeah, he's actually like when I was watching his tape, and his breakdown, he actually is a pretty good playmaker. But the reason that makes him the playmaker is when he drives the lane because he's such a threat and he brings everyone in. A lot of dish offs, a lot of guys like in the corner. So I think that can work because with Jalen Green and like KPJ and all these guys that don't pass the ball, they could be really used don't. Like they could be used as spot up shooters for when he attacks, and I actually do like that.
Well, yeah, if hypothetically they were to get James Harden, he runs the point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Green can become more, like you said, a spot up guy. Yeah. And then they have Sengun, who's I love
Sengun.
Great player. He just doesn't get enough. They just like stopped playing him, which was so weird to me.
You know what's funny? I think when they really started to use him more was when who was it that brought it up? There was someone said that they should be running the offense through Sengun. I think it was Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, it was. It was somebody in the league.
Yo, like, as soon as he said that, that's when he started just going ballistic. They're like, all right, whatever.
I mean, the dude averaged, I want to say 15, and like his assists were low, but then
it was more towards the end of the season. That it was a lot higher.
Well, yeah, like because I remember the beginning, like from like the beginning to like the middle of the year, he only averaged like 2-3 assists a game, and then he started exploding. Like he started putting up triple doubles left and right, grabbing boards. Like he's a perfect fit for them at center.
He's really a baby Jokic. As much we talk.
He is. I mean, Jokic is on a different level, but he can develop definitely. Okay. He's young.
Yeah, for sure.
Young player. I think. I do think they take the Thompson there.
Yeah, I think it is a good pick. I mean, I think the one last thing I want to touch on with this overtime elite league is defensively. I think that not a lot of executives know how good these players exactly are and how good the defense is. But I think that for both of them, this gave them a lot of confidence while they played. You know, it's just like they knew that they're better than everybody. So it's just like in their explosiveness, it could hurt them on defense, but it could help.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of things too. When I was watching tape, it was both of their explosiveness kind of catching up with their ball handling. You know, sometimes you're too fast for the ball and then you lose the ball.
Yeah.
So I think just like their ball security is another thing too, just to think about. So now we got the Pistons at the 5 spot. I know this is when things type to change. What I've been watching a lot of people do mocks, but again, no one will ever know. I think it's just as hard as making a perfect bracket than it is to guess this. I mean, you see Mel Kiper, right? I mean, not to say that I could be as worse as Mel Kiper in this, but what do you think here at the 5? I'm just curious to hear what you have.
It's tough, man, because I like Whitmore a lot. I've seen him in some mock drafts.
But the one thing is you got to think about Cade Cunningham is coming back.
Yeah, that is true.
So
isn't he running point though?
Yes.
Okay. So and Whitmore he's more of a forward, right?
Yeah, he plays.
You know more about him than I do.
I mean,
obviously,
he plays more of the 3 spot, but again, it kind of sucks that he missed half of the season with that thumb injury. But if you look at his tape when he was on the FIBA team with Mark Armstrong and like guys like Anthony Black, he looked great. He's very impressive. He could go and get you a bucket. He's pretty athletic too. I know. I was watching someone, they compared him to a Miles Bridges, just because of his explosiveness of him getting to the rim. A lot of his weaknesses was about like playmaking and when to pass the ball. But I think that's just him having like a killer mentality. I mean, that just comes with just like not playing a lot of games and missing from injury. But so do you like him here at the 5, or is there someone else?
Yeah, because I don't think they take it. I don't think they take
Well, because they have this is the one thing that this is not in any order. I can promise you that, bro.
Oh no, I know, but I'm just saying I don't think they take.
So the one thing I did think of is one, they still have Boyan, right?
They do have Boyan,
who would play that position and is a scorer, which is kind of crazy to say that he is like a 20-point scorer.
He is. He put up 20 this year. Yeah.
And then the other thing that I was thinking about is they traded Sadiq Bey,
which was stupid in my opinion.
Which is another guy who could go and get a bucket. He dropped 51.
Yeah.
Like another Villanova guy dropped a 50 ball and then you let him go. And that's
knockdown shooter,
one,
bro.
That's the one thing. It's just like, are they going to do the same thing with Cam Whitmore? You know, so that's why I thought of someone like Jarris Walker. They have him listed.
Yeah.
They have him listed as a shooting guard here, which is not
true.
The one thing about him, Dude, he was great at Houston. I actually really loved him. I think that behind like Sasser and Jamal Shed, he didn't get as much light, but he's a great shooter. But he plays a lot bigger than he is. I'm pretty sure he measured just under 6'6", and he played the power forward spot. His defense is so good. Like, he is a good shot blocker. He can shoot the ball really well too, and he can get down low. But again, like battling with a lot of guys like down low, could be tough in the NBA. But it's weird. They kind of like a Nasir Little kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Like on wait, am I thinking the right one?
Yeah.
I always get him and Nas Reed switched up, but like that's again like they're about the same size, like a 6'5", 6'6", play a lot bigger than they are, and that's kind of where I would put him. But I think that him on the Pistons would work kind of well.
Like we were just talking about, though, they have Wiseman and they also have Duren.
Mm-hmm.
So if those two play together, where Walker fit at that 3 spot? Because like you said, Bojan's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaden Ivey, and they have Cade, so it's like, where is he gonna? He's not. I don't think if they take him, he doesn't start.
This is a really tough pick too for the Pistons, because this is one of these teams, like the one coming up next with the Magic that I've talked about, has an overload of young talent.
Yeah,
and it's just like at that point you're really just picking the best available. In a lot of people's best 10, he fits in that 5 spot as best available. But I think that he gives that like kind of size, like of a Draymond kind of, a little bit smaller, plays a little bit bigger, but he could be a playmaker.
Yeah.
But Jairus can actually go and get you buckets.
Well, honestly, if I'm the Pistons, I try to get whatever I can for Bojan. I think they get rid of him.
But is his contract that like good though? Like, did they give him a solid contract?
Yeah, it's not. I think it's around 20 a year. It's nothing crazy. I mean, like you said, the dude put up 20 points a game, but like the Pistons, in my opinion, I think they just need to completely go young. Like the Thunder. They need to do exactly what the Thunder are doing. Go completely young. Bojan can provide that veteran presence and maybe, help Walker or Whitmore along. But I don't know, because like I said, Cade, Ivy, Duren, Wiseman, all young talent.
The one thing is why I like Jarris Walker here more is because I like Whitmore somewhere else a lot better.
Yeah, as a Villanova fan, yeah.
No, but not even that. I just like him with a team that's coming up.
Well, do you like him with the Magic?
No. It's the Pacers. The Pacers.
Yeah, no, I like that. Pick. I like that because you already have Tyrese Halliburton there,
dude,
who's fantastic. He can move the ball around. Miles Turner, who just re-signed, good, solid player.
But I just think that he could play with Benedict Mathurin really well. And that just gives them such a good shoot. That's why I like him with the Pacers more, and that's why I would hope that they went with Jarris here, just because, again, he can play. I mean, again, 6'5", 6'6", but he's playing power forward at Houston. But,
I think let's go Jarris here.
All right, yeah, it's like I keep clicking the wrong button.
Well, no, that's I think honestly now
this is the best available pick for the Pistons as well.
I think so. I think you're right.
So I'll give you full reign on what you think here at 6.
Well, I mean, since I would have went, well, they don't need a guard.
So. Oh, you would have went Jarris here at 6?
No, I wouldn't have went Jarris here at 6. I think I would go Jarris at 5. It's tough because you look at their roster, you got Banchero, who was really good last year, rookie of the year. They're going to build around him.
Yeah.
Wendell Carter wasn't bad.
Yeah, no. They have, again, another full team of just talent.
I think the Magic are on the come up a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
I think they are. Markelle he developed his game into, he's more of a passer now.
That's funny. Now that I'm remembering, that's one of the comparisons they gave to Amen Thompson was like a Ja Morant and a Markelle.
Markelle, yeah.
Because, I mean, Markelle wasn't the best shooter as in his career. But like he was a good shooter at Washington, and then the whole thing kind of came along. But
yeah, I feel bad for Markelle.
But just an explosive guy, So like this could be where they could go with Sar Thompson.
It's just so interesting because they have Franz Wagner at the 3, who's young and he's good.
Dude, they're massive. That team is massive.
Yeah, they are. And then, like I said, like Jalen Suggs is there. It's just like they have so much young talent too. So I mean, you pick. I think it's best available here as well.
I mean, it's tough because they have a lot of guards. Like, I mean, they got rid of R.J. Hampton.
Yeah.
But they have Suggs. They have Cole
Anthony, Suggs, Markelle. Like.
So what do you feel like more of their need is? Like, would you go with an Asar Thompson here? I mean, you're really betting on the ceiling of what he could bring.
Well, I like I said, I like Wendell, but maybe someone to like back.
Well, because Asar is like 6'7", so he's more of like an in between the pack. But I mean, he's super explosive. He can play a little bit bigger.
They could use someone like him coming off the bench. I think we'll go with Asar here. Yeah.
Because I think you're betting like again, like you really don't know where he's gonna go. I've seen a lot where he falls to like 9 with the Jazz.
Yep.
But I think there's a lot more players that I like in certain. That's the thing. Like I draft with who I think would fit better in what spots.
Yeah.
Like I talked to you about like last year's draft. I would have rather see Chet play with Jalen Suggs. I would have rather seen Jabari Smith with the Thunder because I think that he could go and get his own buckets there. And then just Paolo because he was the most ready.
Player, yeah.
But again, the Rockets, you're in a vortex there of just like not, you know what I mean?
Well, Jabari to his credit, he started off
finished
slow.
off solid.
He did.
He's 13
that's what
7?
I was gonna say. Yeah, he got going not. I don't know why. Like a lot of people have short leashes nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, if a player's not fucking LeBron James within the first 2 seconds,
but he made all rookie second team.
Yeah, he stepped up.
First team? Was he first or second team?
I think he was second.
Okay.
I think it was Banchero, obviously, since he won it, and then Ivy was second team. I don't know. I don't remember the teams.
All right, now we're up to the Pacers. We agreed on Whitmore. Right? You still down with Whitmore?
I like that.
Just because they could get him another shooter. I mean, Tyrese will get his own buckets, but I think that's him and Mathurin actually like could be like a really good duo. They're both very explosive, and I think Whitmore
and Mathurin's
a little
beast,
bit more of a shooter. I think just like learning how to create his own shots, like get a little bit more of like a bag, get some counters in there, but whatever. We'll move along. We already talked about Cam. So the 8th pick with the Wizards.
This is an interesting one, man. Another team that just
I like a guard here.
I do too. Need someone to help out Brad Beal.
There was 2 that I had in mind. I'm between Anthony Black and Cason Wallace, because Cason Wallace is a very good defender. Kentucky guards, they don't really put up a lot of good stats other than like Malik Monk. He put up good stats at Kentucky, but other than that, a lot of them didn't put up the best stats at Kentucky. But their game really does translate well. I think he is a great defender, and he is very, very smart. But I think I like Anthony Black here just a little bit more because he is a bigger guard. I mean, they have him listed as small forward, but he was playing guard.
What do you think about Keontae George?
I have him fallen a little bit later than this just because...
He's a great defender too, though.
He is, and he's a bucket getter.
But
it's just like... Just here, I don't see it just because... I think they need more of a true point guard.
Yeah, he's not really. Yeah.
They talked to Anthony Black about who he watches tape, and he watches Josh Giddey's tape, which is to me like makes a lot of sense because they're about the same size, great playmakers, solid shooters. But I think he has more of a bag of Josh Giddey, which I think everyone in the league has more of a bag than Josh Giddey.
Yeah. Facts.
But I think I like Anthony Black here a little bit more. He's a little bit bigger. He really carried that Arkansas team while Nick Smith was hurt.
That is
because
true.
Nick Smith was supposed to be the guy there. And just him being injured and all that just didn't help. But yeah, I see Nick Smith going in a little bit, but not right now. I think that Anthony Black fits for me here.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was between Keontae George and Black.
I just don't know how him and Beal would work together.
Yeah. No, I agree with that, yeah.
All right, so now at the 9, we got the Jazz. This is a spot where we've seen Asor Thompson go a little bit. The Jazz, again, just really could go with anybody they want because they're a team like Danny Ainge. He'll literally pick best available. He doesn't care about who's on the roster. We're just going to get assets. Mm-hmm. So who do you think, what type of position do you think they're looking at right now?
Well, they have Walker Kessler's great.
He turned out to be great. I did not. He was one of the players that I didn't. I was one of the people that didn't say that his game would translate.
I was a little skeptical of his. Yeah, but he impressed everybody. Obviously they have Lowry, who was fantastic for them last year, 25 a game. Their guard play, Clarkson's solid, but I think they could use another guard or small forward.
I think this could be a good spot for Cason Wallace as well.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him go here. Yeah.
Yeah, because with him and Sexton, I think they can work together. I
mean, Sexton got no minutes last year, man.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing Chris Dunn like 12 minutes a game.
Chris Dunn,
like that. Like, I don't know. I think Casey Wallace could be a very good fit here. Just because again, defensively, he's a great playmaker.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I like that pick here. We'll go Wallace, yeah. And now the Mavericks. This is an interesting one. Does Kyrie?
Because I know. I mean, I know who I wanted.
Does Kyrie stay? That's the question. Luka.
Do you think he stays?
No.
Yeah, no.
Luka, obviously, they're gonna build around him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you said you already got a guy, so what are you thinking?
Well, remember who I was talking about yesterday? I can't find him on the list now. Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah. At this point, man, I don't know. The Mavericks, they were super disappointing.
Yeah, because the only reason why I say Taylor Hendricks is because he's really moving up the ranks, and this is the guy like I talked about in our sports show yesterday. Is he not even on this list? This is disrespectful. What do they got him listed at then? Oh, this is crazy.
Grady Dick above him. Grady Dick's not bad.
Grady Dick, we'll talk about in a second because he's someone that I actually really liked as well. Wow, this website is really disrespecting him. I can't even look him up. But let me talk about him while I'm looking. Taylor Hendricks is like really good defensively. He's about like that 6'9", 6'10" range. I compared him to like a mix of Bam and Herb Jones because he could be a really good catch and shoot guy. He was like 42% on the catch and shoot from three, just about like 40% from three, and then he shot well from the field. A little bit skinny. He might get beat by some of those bigger centers, but he averaged almost 2 blocks a game, about a steal a game, like 15 points a game, 7 rebounds. And if you're just looking for a gritty guy like to play with Luka, I think this is a really good fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I still can't find him. I can't believe they're disrespecting him. I mean, I'll just put Jordan Walsh in here because I don't have him going anytime soon, so we'll just fill him in. Oh, wait, here he is. Oh, nice. Yeah, but again,
from UCF. I think he was moving upwards.
He's just not a name that nobody's been talking about, and I think he deserves to be talked about because he's just extremely talented.
I was reading up about him. Yeah, he was
like a top 60 guy. No one even like thought to even think about him even being in this draft.
Completely
and he's just totally risen. But again, like if you guys watch his tape, like please like think about like Bam when he could guard the 1 through 5. He's pretty explosive. I mean, Herb Jones was in the dunk contest, very explosive as well. And Herb Jones shot, I think, 40% from 3 this year.
Trey Murphy too.
Oh,
it was Trey Murphy. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Trey Murphy. Damn, I get them confused. So they play pretty similar.
Trey Murphy was tough
Trey
this
Murphy
year,
and Ben. That's what I was. But yeah, they play well. Both great defensively. Guard the 1 through 5. Solid shooter, and I think this is a perfect guy that could fit in with the Mavs.
Yeah.
So now number 11.
Magic again.
This is where I thought that they could take Grady Dick.
Yeah, I could see it. I've seen him go here in mocks as well. But what do you think about? Do you think they might trade it?
I don't know. I think that they could use like that 6 or 11 to move up. I don't think you would want to put them kind of together like that and move them up.
Yeah,
I think that Grady Dick would be good here just because he's a very impressive shooter.
He is.
He's like...
Guy's sneaky athletic, too.
It's hard. It's like kind of like Christian Brown on the Nuggets. But, I mean, obviously, but...
Christian Brown.
Grady Dick has like came into college as one of the expected best shooters in college basketball. So he can score at all 3 levels. He is just a really good player. I think he could fit in a lot of good places, and I think this is a good place for them because Orlando was not the best shooting team, and maybe they could finally force Paolo off of that 3-point line with those awful stats from 3. But I think I like him here.
Yeah, let's go Grady Dick. He could honestly start.
He might. I mean, again, like, I didn't see, like, I'm so bad sometimes because I watch people in college. I'm like, he's not going to be that good. And like Franz Wagner was one of them that I did not think he was going to be good. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, it might have been just because his brother wasn't very good. But
they have a different play style.
Franz he's a real deal.
Yeah,
he's a bucket.
So we got the Thunder at 12.
Man, the Thunder, man. It's crazy that they're here.
I mean, what are their needs? Like, what are their needs?
They got Shea, great. Giddy, great. Chet will be back.
Mm-hmm.
The two J Wills,
yeah,
they're good. J Dub and Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, and Lou Dort's a great defender.
Yeah, he is.
Who's it? Why am I forgetting there? Who's their small? Who plays a 3?
Well,
they rotate, isn't it? Though, because they have the two Will. They have the two Williams.
Well, J Dub is the one who got first team, and then J Will plays more of the 4.
Yeah, and then they'll have Chet in there this year.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna be.
They're stacked, low key.
They're gonna be good.
See, for me, this is another best available.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever's on the board.
Or I think it could be someone that like they could really just take a good.
I mean, even off the bench, they have Isaiah Joe, who's a good shooter.
Yeah.
Giddy, like I like the way they run their team because like, they usually have Giddy like start because they'll have Shea play the entire first, and then they'll have Giddy come in and start the second.
That's like what we do. So like with the Celtics, we play Jaylen Brown pretty much the whole first quarter, and then Jason Tatum comes right back.
Yeah, I like the way that they run that because like Giddy, great playmaker.
Yeah. But I mean, Jaylen Brown is also a stud in the first quarter.
He is a stud.
But again, I don't want to keep going away from this. So what do you think? I mean, what do you think? Like, if there was a certain need, maybe, or like someone that you think that they could bet on? Like,
I'd
say like a Keontae George here. I think he could be someone that you could bet on because he is a scorer. He is good on defense, and he could just be like one of those guys to like really ignite like an offense.
Mm-hmm. So I say yeah. He can come off the bench. Coming for Shea.
Yeah, let's see. You know what? Let's go with Keontae.
We'll go Keontae. Yeah, we'll go Keontae.
You know, I haven't really seen him too much in this spot with the Thunder, but you know what? Again, whoever knows.
Raptors.
Toronto.
Again.
This is where I like Nick Smith.
Yeah, Nick Smith would fit.
That's why I didn't want to. That's the thing. Like, I'm being picky, but like, this is just where I think like a lot of guys could like flourish. Honestly, who knows what's gonna happen when they trade? Because this is one of their picks. Like, I think that they will keep. So if you think about if they really are trading a lot of their guys.
So they run Scotty Barnes right now at the 2, right? Well, he runs point, honestly, right?
Do they start Gary Trent?
No, he comes off the bench. Well, sometimes he started, sometimes he comes off the bench. It's usually like Scotty Barnes, Pascal. They got Jakob Poeltl. They got Van Vliet, and then the 3 is Anunoby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could definitely see Nick Smith here.
Yeah, I think
they need some guard help. Man. They need guard
he's
help.
Pretty big too. Pretty sure he's like a 6'4", 6'5". Again, he was extremely talented coming out of high school.
That was the Raptors' problem, man. They have no depth.
Yeah, and I think this is the perfect pick for them.
I think so too.
Because I think that this is good for him to be in a rebuild spot and really show everybody what he's pretty much about. Yeah. Because Anthony Black got to take over and show his style. That's what got him. Everyone thought last year before the season started with like no injury to Nick Smith that Nick Smith would have been in the spot that we just put Anthony Black in. We thought that Nick Smith was a top 5 guy, and now here he is at 13. And
man, this is fringe lottery,
value.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, such good value. So I'm so.
And the thing is with the Raptors, their top 3 guys played the most minutes in the league. Like Siakam was a top guy in the minutes. Van Vliet was a minute because they didn't have anybody off the bench. Like they needed a guy like Nick Smith coming off the bench. Exactly. So I think that's a good fit.
All right, so now we got the Pelicans at 14. I mean,
they're an interesting case, man, because it's like, is Zion gonna play? That's the real question.
Yeah. So what do you look at here if you're like the Pelicans?
So you have Valanciunas, right?
I love Valanciunas.
He's a great player. McCollum, he's developed into more of a playmaking player, which I like.
So do you think they look guard? Do they look in that guard spot? I mean, because they have Ingram.
Ingram's, you don't touch his position. I think you look guard because their shooting guard's a little weak. It's not like it doesn't like ruin anything, but I mean, Trey Murphy, he got some starter minutes this year and he performed well. Herb Jones, obviously, we were just talking about him. He's a good defender.
Yeah.
But his scoring can leave a little bit to
for sure
improve on. So I think they go guard here.
Yeah, I mean
best available though. I think it's best available.
I think you were a fan of him, but we look at it like a Jalen Hood-Schifino. I mean, he's from Indiana. He was one of the best scorers in the freshman class. He's not more of a true point guard, but he can bring you that scoring. I mean, I don't mind him here. I would probably have him going from like here like to the Hawks but I think that he's a good scorer.
Yeah.
And if you need a scorer off the bench, I think that he could be that guy to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't mind him here. I don't mind him here, especially with the Pelicans not knowing how their roster is going to be. Like, I mean, they have Jose Alvarado, of course. But I don't know. I think Jalen Hood-Schifino could be a sneaky pick here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just asking. I don't want to be mocking myself, you know?
No. I mean, like I said, guard. He's a guard. Fits well. Hawks, though, they don't need. I don't know if they take a guard.
They don't need too much. I mean, they do need much.
Yeah, I think John Collins is on his way out. Well, we've thought that for the past 4 years. Capella's, I've heard rumors he might go. So obviously you got Young and Murray, so those are your staples.
Was there any guys that really like came up to you? Like, I know you're not like the biggest college guy. I know you did your tapes and stuff. Like, is there anyone that's been like stand out that could like still be on like this little short list going on here?
Let's see.
I mean, these aren't probably in like the correct.
These aren't, yeah.
At all, because the ones that I'm looking at, they are not in this spot whatsoever. But have you watched any tape on Gigi Jackson by any chance?
I have not.
So he is kind of like a stretch forward. He's about like this like 6'9" spot. He's a solid defender. He's actually a pretty solid 3-point shooter as well. Again, this is just like a nice body. I mean, like that was somewhere I was thinking like if the Pelicans want to bet on someone, they could bet on him because they could play that spot like when Zion's not here. But I mean, what do the Hawks have to lose at this point?
Exactly.
And I think that he is a very solid player. I mean, again, another freshman, he averaged 15 points a game.
For Scar, yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
That's a mic.
Just like, maybe just like, again, a lot of decision making, knowing when you should go and score, getting more of a bag, ball security. But just, I think, an underrated shooter. I think someone that, again, like you're betting on these freshmen. He's not even, I think he turns 19 in December. So he is young. Yeah. So this is a guy that you could have in your G League, really just like, really teach him to be like a really good NBA player. I think this could be someone that they bet on.
Yeah. Yeah. Like at this point, I'll be honest, like I'd prepared to like go lottery, and then like I was like,
well now we're just outside of it.
Yeah, we're 16. Utah. Who'd we have them taking already? We had them
Case and Wallace.
Wallace, yeah. So
I think their big men are pretty much set. I think this was another good spot for Gigi to go. We look at a lot of guys. I mean, there's a guy, Leonard Miller, here from the G League Ignite.
I was looking at him actually.
Yeah, I was watching his tape a little bit. I mean, he was a great finisher. I think he shot 77% from the field or something. But again, when you got Scoot Henderson with you, but now when you have Case and Wallace with you, he's also another great point guard. I think that you could really see how he can grow. I think that he was actually available for the combine. He went in the combine last year.
Yeah.
And he would have been a late first round pick. And now he went to the Ignite, kind of really showed a lot of his skills. He averaged 18 and 11. I mean, you average 18 and 11 against other pros like that is very good.
Yeah.
Very lengthy, around that 6'10" range. He can shoot just a little bit. But again, I mean, I think he knows his role as a big man. And I think that he could be a good fit here with the Jazz, as they're looking for like a lot of these guys that have a lot of good potential.
18-11 is solid, man. Like that
is more than solid too. When you think like, dude, the G League and like the G League is good.
Yeah. It is. It's not bums. Is good. It's not bums, man.
So like, I mean, I think I like this pick here with Leonard Miller.
Yeah,
I watched a little bit of his tape, but again, he has the size. He played with a good point guard in Scoot, but he shot very well from the 77% is no joke, regardless.
Yeah, no.
When you're averaging 18, shooting 77%, that is like people would be like, oh, like Rob Will and like Mitchell Robinson, but they're getting lobs and they're having 2 to 4 shots a game.
Yeah, they're averaging like 8. Maybe.
Yeah, like again, like another young guy, like 18, 19 years old, just learn how to get better touch, maybe just get some counter moves, and then I think this is like the perfect bet on somebody pick around here when you're a team like the Jazz.
Exactly, yeah.
So
2 first rounders for the Jazz.
Yeah, let's go with it. You know what? Now we got the Lakers. See, this is why I kind of wanted to keep going, because we have some interesting teams coming up.
I mean, the Lakers, obviously, they're still in the playoffs, so, I mean, they've done all
What have you noticed from the Lakers that they're missing on?
It's tough to say, because, like, they have good defenders. They have good shooters.
But do you think of somebody that would really just come and fill in for LeBron and AD when they come out? So, like, do you think that way?
Yeah, because I mean, Rui low-key could be a starter at this point. And he comes off the bench and takes out
the
either
Jokic killer.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I think the Lakers, they just need bench depth. Man.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys in the mocks early had like a Dariq Whitehead here. I don't really like that. He's gonna fall in the draft too. You're gonna watch him fall because he has I think it was a toe injury.
Tough, man.
But again, like that surgery, he'll come back and he'll probably be fine. But again, your stock's gonna drop. So, but again, he's like an explosive point guard.
It'd be funny if they took Sasser here.
Yeah, I think that's just a little too early for Sasser. But he's rising up the ranks right now in the combine.
Well, like you said, he shows like he's the real deal.
I thought he was gonna stay in last year, and he didn't. And he came back. But I think a guy that like I was looking at as well is Jet Howard. He's one of like the better 3-point shooters coming out of Michigan.
I mean, you can never have enough shooters, man, especially with LeBron.
Dude, we totally forgot. Jordan Hawkins is still here.
Oh,
I knew we were missing someone.
Oh
no.
Jordan Hawkins,
let's Jordan Hawkins. With Jordan Hawkins here. You know, I knew we were missing something, but again, like this list is not giving me like
Jordan Hawkins, bro.
Like this is just like what the website is giving me, and it's just like past my head. See, that was the one that could have went for like the Hawks or something.
That's UConn.
All right, man. Just know that if Jordan Hawkins slips to the Lakers here,
no shot.
He should go here, but I also did like Jet Howard here as well. Another great 3-point shooter. But this is
realistically Hawkins is not going to be available at 17. No way.
And then 18 with the Heat. I mean, you look guard.
Yeah,
I think you look guard here.
You look guard.
A lot of guys were looking at Kobe Buffkin, also from Michigan. Just another great solid point guard. Someone that they can rely on. Dude, he actually, did you see his combine the other day?
Yeah.
He went nuts, which is actually really good for him. I didn't think that.
I'm just surprised he went to the draft. Like,
I mean, when you're going in as a one and done, that's your intention.
True.
And I think he's just showing skills.
Do you think he goes first round though? I don't know, man. He's just too raw.
He's having a really good combine.
He is. I mean, so like you said, Sasser is too. So it's like
Sasser moved up. He was early second. He is for sure late first for now. So
it's just so weird to see him in there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of Kobe Buffkin. I don't know why. Again, they're just not showing him on here.
Yeah, this site is not very.
I try to give him a shout out, and then I can't even search up players either. Wait, I can right here. Oh my gosh.
It was right there the whole time.
No, like this is like a whole.
Oh wow! It's all the guards. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, I just saw him. I just wanted to.
Right here.
Yeah, Buffkin. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I do like Kobe Buffkin here. He's a very reliable point guard. Again, they do need a point guard. Gabe Vincent, I actually do love his game. I think if they do blow up the team, like I said last time I was here, which I think they still should blow up the team regardless. This is a guy you get. Lowry's getting old. He's been looking great though. Gabe Vincent, I still like he can hang around, but I think you need another point guard.
Yeah, their guard play is. Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah, but I think again, like it's either they go Buffkin here, and again, like we messed up. I think Jet Howard is another good pick as well, another good shooter, but we'll go Buffkin here.
I mean, honestly, whoever the Heat take is going to turn into, a solid player, just because their organization is just.
Let me speak about that. We have the Warriors right here.
Yeah, the Warriors.
So I mean. Do they look at a Jet Howard here, another shooter to add on to that annoying ass offense?
But what do you think about a center?
You're looking at Lively here.
I don't think Lively. Lively, man. I could have sworn before the season he was like a top.
No, he was. Him and Dariq were the top of their class. Injuries coming in. Started off extremely slow. Lively's defense really is what showed how good of a player he is. He's like 7'1", 7'2".
You could take Lively here.
This is a spot. I actually thought that Lively would go to the Rockets at 20 to kind of give them an explosive type of center. But again, I mean, it's the Warriors. Are they going to really go for another center? I mean, it seems like they love running that Draymond.
I know, yeah, they do.
With Looney at the 5. But what do you think? I mean, do you like Lively here?
I do.
Let's go with Lively. Why not? I mean, again, I think if the Warriors had an explosive center like that, things can get interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
They never really had a lob.
They never have.
No lob threat center.
Looney ain't a lob threat. I'll tell you that.
Neither was Bogut. So then again, we go to 20 here. I think this is where I would like
Whitehead.
Oh, you like Whitehead here?
What were you gonna say?
I mean, I was gonna say Jet Howard.
Just
because of the shooting.
I mean, like we said, the Rockets could use anything at this point. So.
And I think this is like a good anything as well. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, Jet Howard's solid. Like he fits right in that 7-8 role off the bench.
Dude, this is crazy. How is there so many? Like, there's so many names. It's like they're putting names here that wouldn't even get. They'll be in.
Dude, there's not this many prospects,
China,
bro.
You know what I mean?
There's no way there's this many prospects.
Dude, and he's not even on this list. Are we kidding? Dude, this is killing.
Is he a guard?
No, he is definitely a small forward. I guess maybe they put him at a shooting guard.
Yeah, he'll be here if you look best available.
Yeah, while I'm looking, I mean, what's the next team up if you want to?
The Nets.
Yeah, the Nets. So they got back-to-back picks, so they really have full range here.
The Nets.
So what are their needs to you? I mean, like again, like they don't even want to play Cam Johnson. Like
they don't want to play Cam Thomas. Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay.
That.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Cam Thomas. Yeah.
Cam Johnson starts power forward for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could use a backup power forward, but they could also use a guy like Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
Claxton's obviously, he's a good defender.
Yeah.
He was Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Which is still crazy to me about that whole thing that he didn't make a defensive team.
I cannot believe that.
If it was next year, he would make it.
He would have made it, yeah. Because dude, he was the odds favorite for like half the season, and then his defense didn't decline, and I just don't understand it.
So you think they look more towards a forward here?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they have back to back, so you go forward. I mean, you could also give them some guard help.
I could give you some interesting ones. So you got Ryan Rupert here. He's from the Australian League, and they do compare him to Giddey's game when it comes to being a playmaker. It's just like someone that really can I mean, of course, someone coming from Australia being a playmaker. I think he could be a good pick here just because he could run the point, he could play make, he could help a lot of these guys just go and get themselves a bucket. I mean, I don't know if you know too much about him. I know a little bit about him. I've heard a lot of good things. This could be a nice pick here. Another one was a Bilal Coulibaly. He was a
wow. That's a name, bro. That is a name.
You know, it's funny. You know why you probably didn't hear of him, but you probably saw his tape. He plays with Wembanyama in France.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely seen him then.
So it's just you think about how good somebody is, and then you have another first rounder like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they can go somewhere like a Ryan Rupert just to get him a good playmaker. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think about?
Yeah, I like.
Do you like adding a playmaker to someone like the Nets roster?
They don't really. I mean, Dinwiddie was their guy playmaking, and
But he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be.
So let's
go with Rupert.
Yeah. I'm putting you on a little bit.
You are.
So now we got the Nets again. I mean,
Coulibaly is crazy, bro. That's crazy. I mean, you can go with him if you want.
Well, no, I mean, we don't have to. I mean, again, we got him again. Do they go a little bit bigger? I mean, do they go back-to-back guards?
I think center or small. It's either power forward or center. Mm-hmm. Maybe a guy like Dylan Mitchell.
I think that's a guy that his numbers aren't showing how good he was.
Yeah.
He is very, very explosive as well. That'd be interesting to see him on the court with a guy like Claxton. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, again, I don't know how his
Texas,
stock is.
man.
I don't know how his stock is looking. Oh, dude, this brings up the depth chart too. I didn't even notice this.
Yeah. So you have Dinwiddie, and then you'd have Smith.
I mean, yeah, they have David Duke here as the backup small forward.
Watanabe, Sharp.
They have Royce O'Neal set as the power forward, which I would rather have in the small
Finney
forward.
Smith starting, Bridges.
Let's go with let's give Dylan Mitchell some love. I don't mind that pick just because, again, you have back-to-back picks. You might as well bet on some people. The Blazers.
I think this 23rd pick will be gone. To be honest with you, I don't think they have this pick. But if they do, they take best available.
Do you think that's a trade Dame and add the 23rd?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you're a team, you're gonna have to give up first rounders for Dame, obviously. So they give you Dame, and maybe they don't even need to really give up a pick.
Actually, yeah, never mind. That was kind of backwards. So I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what they do here. Again, we look at that depth chart. I mean, we have them taking Scoot Henderson here.
Scoot Henderson with who's he gonna pair up with? That's the question.
You know, I could pull like a little name out. Julian Strawther. I think.
Oh, Julian Strawther, he's nice, man.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we're
I
getting
remember
to a
him from
spot where
Gonzaga.
like you could look at a lot of people's mocks and not really be able to tell where like the end of the round to like a second round can be. So it's just like you might as well pick here because you don't know what other execs see in other guys and you don't want to pass by.
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
But I think he's staying close to Gonzaga in Portland.
Julian Strawther would be he can shoot
Yeah.
freaking lights out.
Yeah,
man.
he averaged 15 points a game, 6 rebounds a game. You know, I mean, about assists a game, which isn't incredible.
I mean, if you think about this, if they had Scoot there, he'd have to be the playmaker. Unless Dame was there.
I mean, again, this could be a good spot if it falls. This could be a good spot for Derek Lively.
Could also be a spot for
just
Derek
because
Lively,
Nurkic. I mean, he just can't stay
healthy at all. You could also pick a center here, yeah.
There's not a lot of good centers coming in this spot here. I mean,
yeah, we did just give up Dylan Mitchell. Yeah, he's not a center, but he can.
Yeah, but again, like there's obviously Sheboy's here, Kalkbrenner's here, Timmy's here, Edie's here, but these are all second round guys, respectively. Like that's just how college basketball works. Yeah, being the best player, and it's just you're not translating.
Yeah,
Timmy has the best.
Yeah.
Timmy has probably the best footwork in the NBA draft. I mean, I love his footwork, but again, I think they could go somewhere in that forward range. Could go Strawther. They could go City Sissoko from the G League Ignite as well. I mean, what do you think? I think you like Strawther better here. Get him some shoot. I mean, they are a shooting team regardless.
They are. But they already have Shaedon Sharp.
Yeah, that's the problem too.
I think they go big.
You think they go?
Yeah, I think they go a little big here.
Okay.
You could even take a small forward, or like a big small forward, a power forward, center. Like because like we already have him taking Scoot, so you could take Sissoko.
Yeah, I mean I haven't done too much tape on him either. Just another young G League Ignite guy.
6'7", 200.
Yeah, 6'7", 200 pounds. I mean,
that's
he's 19.
Solid bench guy.
I think if we go back and watch it, I'm sure, like, again, you're playing G League Ignite. He averaged 12 points a game behind
Scoot.
Scoot and whatever. Oh, my gosh. Name's already lost out of my head. The other one from the G we were just talking about, bro. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
This is killing me now. Oh, Leonard Miller.
Miller, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, we'll go with him here, another small forward. Again, we're getting out of the range now, but we already gone too far. We might as well talk about everyone else. I have the perfect pick here. I think it'd be a fun pick, but
go ahead. You got free reign, man.
We'll go with the brother here.
Oh yeah, Chris Murray, duh. Yeah.
We'll go with Chris Murray. I think he does, regardless of him being like brother. Like he will fit here.
He will. Yeah, he does. He does.
He's a great player as well.
I forgot about Chris Murray, man. I completely forgot about Chris Murray. Yeah.
All right, and now I think. This is where
Grizzlies.
This is where I think that we should go Dariq Whitehead just because he fell so far.
Yeah, at this point.
This is the best available. You're getting Jaws kind of back up, another explosive guard. They have him listed small forward. I call bullshit, but I like him here. Oh, I just saw one of your boys, Andre Jackson, down.
Andre, I don't know if he goes first round. I like Andre, but
I think Jordan Hawkins is the only one who will go first round.
I mean, Andre Jackson, he's like a hybrid type of guy. He can board, score, he can pass, but he's like a Draymond type of player. He's 6'7".
Yeah.
I mean, any team can. That's the thing about Andre Jackson. Any team can use him. I just don't think he goes first round.
No,
he's not.
I mean, where do you think he would play more, like positionally? Do you think he plays more?
I think he's a big guard. So he needs to go to a team that plays like that type of style.
So you think he would play a little bit more of the small forward spot?
Or I mean, the guard position's switching to those 6'8", 6'9" guys. So it's like you could put him there, but like the Warriors are a complete opposite. They have Draymond playing center, who's 6'8". Yeah. So I mean, he could play anywhere. But the thing about Jackson is he's good at defense too. So dude, you can also see him going to the Hornets. Like,
yeah, dude. All right, so we got the Pacers here. We only got a few more picks left, so bear with us here. So what other needs? I mean, the Pacers. I mean,
let's look at their depth.
We gave them Cam Whitmore, which is a great pickup. I mean, dude, their lineup is not terrible. I mean, they have Naismith playing power forward in this. That is again not correct.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, maybe they go a little bit bigger here.
I think so because we're giving them Whitmore, and look at their depth. You got Halliburton. McConnell's a great backup point guard. Nemhard's decent, good defender. Duarte, however the hell you say his name. Yeah. Duarte, he's a good scorer. Matherin, great scorer off the bench.
Again, Duarte was a guy that coming in, he's like, you go by my age, but I'm a guy that's already ready.
Well, like, I think with the Pacers is, they have Nesmith listed as their starter, but Nwora was starting for them at the end of the season. He was putting up.
Did he really?
He was putting up good numbers for them. Yeah. Wow. 13. He had.
I know. Well, Naismith, as soon as we traded him there, he was getting minutes too.
Oh yeah, no. They were swapping time at power forward. Mm-hmm. So honestly, I mean, if they want to go small forward, because like you look at their depth, they only have 2 true small forwards on the roster.
I mean, dude, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of potential. I mean, Jordan Walsh.
I was gonna say
is pretty solid. Pretty athletic. He was a 5-star coming out. Another Arkansas guy.
Jalen Wilson.
He's another guy. Jalen Wilson's great too.
He's good. He's good. Again, you think he goes first round though? I mean, 20 a game, 8 boards. It's not bad.
I'm trying to see what's going on here. I mean, they could go with a guy like a Trace Jackson Davis, who is another big.
Oh, I actually have watched some tapes on him. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, he was second in the Naismith Award this year. He's been at Indiana for forever. Finally leaving. Averaged 21, 11 pretty much. Very good scorer as well. He could shoot the ball a little bit. Again, but this is another guy. He's like 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
But it's just like, again, they bet on Duarte, who was the same thing. It's just like you're already getting like a man already. You're getting like someone that's like pretty big. And I think this is a need for them too.
I think that's what they need.
I think Jalen Smith is not anything impressive.
No.
I mean, what did he get drafted by the Suns, right? Yeah. They really thought that he was going to be that guy.
Out of Maryland,
I was going to say. I don't know. I think he would fit here as well.
I think so too. I think we go him, yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of him going to the Clippers. That's why I kind of scrolled down. But it's like the Clippers already have, Plum Goat
and Zubac.
And Zubac, who are solid. So now we got the Hornets again. The Hornets have
Brandon Miller already.
A young team. I mean, Dennis Smith was great on defense.
So you have LaMelo, Rozier, Oubre, then you slide Brandon Miller at that 4.
Oh yeah.
Hayward's old as hell.
He might be good. There's a lot of.
They have Washington as their center.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good. I like Washington. I do like PJ Washington. I like him a lot. But Mark Williams got some time starting. Even Richards got time. Nick Richards got some time starting too.
Again, a lot of guys that have been developing for way.
And look at their depth. Like they got. Even Svi Mikhailuk, he got some minutes at the end of the season. He was hooping.
That's the thing. This is one of these teams that they have a lot of this depth that they're not working on. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
McGowan's. I mean, they gave the end of the season. They gave those guys a lot of playing time. Obviously, because LaMelo was not playing, so they were just like, screw it.
Yeah, I mean, they give these guys like it's just like the Rockets, the Magic. We look at the Hornets. They're not developing any of these talents, and it's just like they're letting them.
You think?
They should be developing a lot better than they have been, and they're not.
You think Strawther here? They could use a shooter.
I don't mind the fit.
They could use a shooter.
I don't mind that fit one bit.
I think we go. Yeah, let's go Strawther. I like that. I like Hornets. I mean, they're not a terrible shooting team, but they could use.
I mean, again, this could be like a push drafting him here, but you're getting you're getting a good Gonzaga player.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you could look at everyone else's mocks. They're not the same. Nobody knows. Exactly. And we still have a full month ahead. Things are going to change.
Combine still going on, like all that shit.
And again, here we go with the Jazz, ripping these picks. We got Leonard Miller and Cason Wallace.
Wait, okay, so they have Clarkson. They have Agbaji starting. Juzang, Taylor Horton Tucker got a lot of starting roles. Olynyk, he's old. They could use a big here.
Okay.
I thought Lowry ran the 4. I guess they have him at a 3, but I could have sworn he ran the 4. I also don't trust
this website with what
that's true.
Saying.
That's a good point.
But there was times where they did start all 3 of them.
Yeah, no. Agbaji started to get more playing time as the year went on.
Yeah,
but as you see, they have good guard depth with Clarkson, Dunn, and Sexton, and then Juzang's not bad either. So
you know what? I'm actually, I don't know.
You think
this is tough? This is tough for me here.
Sasser? No, not Sasser.
I think they could go for more of a guy like a Jordan Walsh.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because he can play a little bit of the shooting guard. He'd be a little bit of like a bigger shooting guard. Got him listed at small forward.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Again, you're betting. You're taking bets.
You're betting.
And
at this point,
who else on taking bets, right?
Yeah, who else are you gonna take here? Like,
all right, so at the 29, we got the Pacers again.
Damn, another first round pick for the
Cam
Pacers.
Whitmore.
Whitmore and Trace Jackson Davis.
Yeah. So I mean, again, we put him in a great position. I think maybe a guy like Chris Livingston with Kentucky, he was pretty solid. Again, the numbers don't show because he was playing with Case and Wallace. Just another solid guard. I don't know. It's just like you're betting on a guy, and if you're the Pacers,
Yeah, why not?
Because I mean,
this
again, late, we already have them with Cam Whitmore and Trace Jackson Davis. So it's not like they need a lot more of those bigger guys. So I think maybe a guy like Chris Livingston could fit here.
Yeah.
And then the last pick with the Clippers, I'm going Marcus Sasser.
Yeah. Sasser would fit perfect with them, dude.
I do like Marcus Sasser here. And I could have...
Bro, get the Aaron Gordon out of there, bro. Or Eric Gordon out of there. Put Sasser in.
Yeah, so we got Marcus Sasser, and that's our first round. Took a while, but...
I like that, though.
Dude, what's killing me is forgetting about Jordan Hawkins.
But yeah, dude, list. The freaking website.
It was the list, bro. Over. Because then I would have probably put.
Realistically, I think he probably goes between like 12 to.
I think he's in this spot for sure.
12 to 15.
But
maybe over.
I don't mind how we drafted. I like a lot of the names on here. A lot of teams are gonna bet on a lot of guys. I'm excited to see where Imani Bates will end up. If I had picked Marcus Sasser earlier, I would have just put him there to respect his game. But yeah, that's our
solid mock, bro. Solid mock.
What do you think? Did I put you on a little bit to a couple guys?
Definitely did. I'm gonna be looking at some of these guys.
Damn, I just got backsplashed. Pause.
Tough. Tough.
Yeah, bro. I mean, again, I think a lot of the guys that we are betting on towards the end of the rounds are a lot of guys that were solid in college, and it's just you're betting on these guys to be, the same type of players that they were. But yeah, I mean, do you want to move on to a little bit about the playoffs? I know we've been talking for a long time, but
yeah, we can do
a short little touch because
yeah.
I mean, there's only so many people that are addicted to the draft like I am.
So we can talk about last night's game. Lakers,
dude, that was for me. That first half was a snooze fest for me.
it dead ass, yo. I turned the game. I got home a little later, so I turned on the game in the second quarter, and Lakers looked good. They were playing good defense.
Dude, I was literally falling asleep watching that first half. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was like in the background.
I was literally watching the Panthers game right next to it too, and I was just like,
That Panthers game was fucking crazy.
Were you up for that whole time?
4 OTs,
bro. I was like, this is not gonna end. And then
they almost went to another OT.
Matthew Tkachuk, Tatum's boy from high school, gets the game winner.
That's crazy, bro.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Dude, they were boys.
That is awesome.
Yeah, there's a bunch of videos that's been going around recently, but again, that's been going around for a while.
One thing that I thought was really interesting about the Lakers is they were just rushing shots. I felt like in the fourth quarter, they weren't really setting up the offense. I feel like, in my opinion, Bron should be running the offense. He had 10 assists.
He was technically playing the center.
I know.
Technically, because he was just guarding Jokic.
Dude, AD was pitiful.
It's tough because
4 for
you feel 15. Like you figure something out and then you don't.
I mean, they were able to shut. Jamal Murray was just off his game in the first 3 quarters. He was missing open. And in the fourth, he just flipped the switch, man. Yeah. He just went off, and they couldn't stop him.
It was a funny stat. I think there was only 7 teams that have come back in the conference finals down 2-0 and go to the finals. 2 of them included LeBron in 2018 and 2007. I believe that was his first year when he went.
You can never count Bron out.
And then got swept both of those years. So maybe that'll happen this year against the Celtics, and the Celtics will sweep them in the finals. I'd love that. But again, I think the Lakers, they've been one of the better home teams.
Yeah, they haven't lost at home in 2 months. So
yeah, I mean, but the Nuggets have been the best home team all year.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a 7-game series realistically if we're being
if you're looking at past,
and then if you're looking at LeBron in a game 7, I mean, again, the Lakers are a great roster. I love what they have. Maybe just missing a piece or two.
Yeah. And they can get.
We'll see what happens to Reeves with the contract that they're expecting.
Oh, they better keep him.
Dude, they're expecting him to be the highest paid at his position. I'm like, you're bugging. He is good.
He's good,
yeah. But you're telling me he's gonna be one of the highest paid. I see that.
NBA contracts are ridiculous, dude.
But it's just
Reeves. I mean, Reeves came up big for them last night.
Oh, when is he not came up big for them?
That's true. No, this whole playoff run, he's been huge. That 3 he made, the bank, that was awesome. That was awesome.
I was saying, I think he's made a bank 3 every game.
Yeah.
In the past 4 or 5
no,
games.
dead ass. Like, that half court
one.
Like,
it's funny. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I think that he's actually banked in a 3, like, the past 4 or 5 games. And it's been a big one, too.
You can flat out get buckets, man.
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm saying. Like, when he was in college, like, I was sitting there in the draft, and I'm, like, looking. I'm like, where is Austin Reeves getting, like... But now I find out that he didn't want to go to the Pistons at, 42, 45. And then he could just get the same contract going undrafted, which is tough. You really bet on yourself, but there's nothing like getting drafted.
He did bet on himself, and
he was averaging 20, and he was playing point guard. And then they had Brady Manick on that team before, like because he was on that team right before he went to UNC.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm like, dude, this guy is good enough
tough,
to get drafted, and he just doesn't get drafted. I'm scrolling through because like. Like all the websites you try to see, like of the undrafted guys, see like the teams. I'm scrolling. I'm like, dude, where is it? Like, why is he not getting picked up? I didn't know what was going on. And then Lakers pick him up. I'm like, damn, of course. And then here we are today that he's a starter in the NBA.
And he's a contributing starter. 20 points a game. He's put up 20 these whole playoffs. He's been putting up 20-point game after 20-point game, hitting big shots.
He's one of those guys that LeBron needs to build around. That's facts. You need a shooter. LeBron needs a shooter, a talented big, and just like people that can help on defense. Like that's really just what the Lakers are right now.
That's what they really are. I mean, can we talk about D'Lo for a second, dude?
Sure.
The guy has been non-existent.
Hot and cold a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit hot and cold.
Well, recently he's just been just cold. Like I haven't.
He was letting Bruce Brown get in his head last night.
Bruce Brown, off the bench with a
saying,
solid 12. I do this. Yeah. No, that was too far. I mean, he's been good. He's been good off the bench. He played 40 minutes off the bench last night, or 30-something minutes off the bench. I think it was 37 minutes last night.
Damn.
Bruce Brown, 37. Because KCP got into foul trouble real early. He got 2 fouls, quick fouls. I mean, the man put up 21 in game 1. He's been that's the thing with Jokic, bro. If you can spread the floor and grab good shooters, it's toast. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like you build around LeBron and Jokic, and if you do it right, it looks really good.
And that's what's happening right now.
Because finally, like you built even that championship team that LeBron had with the Lakers.
Danny Green.
They really just got certified shooters. Like they got J.R. Smith. They had Danny Green. It's just like, I mean, like again, like Isaiah said, talking about getting those veteran centers for cheap. That was not a bad like idea.
No, yeah.
Because it's just like you're getting like guys with experience, like Rondo, one of the greatest point guards of all time, and
he is.
But again, like it's just building perfectly around them, and what they have is scary. Realistically, it is scary. But hey, LeBron's gonna be LeBron. I'm not worried. There's no way that they lose Game 3, and then I think Game 4 will be a shootout.
Yeah. All right. So we can transition over to the Celtics. Obviously, they play tonight. I mean,
what are your thoughts first on that Game 1?
Game 1, man, they just straight up third quarter. Just Jimmy Butler just put his imprint on the game.
It just feels like Philly all over again. They shot. Over,
you guys will adjust though.
Dude, the Heat shot over 50% from the field and from 3. Realistically, we shouldn't win a game when they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
you guys are pretty close, though.
Just like last year against the Heat. This is literally repeating of last year. We go down 3-2 in the conference semis, come back, win on the road, and then win by 30. We did the exact same thing. And then what happened last year against the Heat in round 1? Just a quarter explosion of just... We won 3 out of 4 quarters and lost because of 1 quarter. And that is exactly what happened the other day. And... a lot of them keep saying it, and it's pissing me off because I know that it's true, but this shouldn't be the case. We're playing like a regular season game.
You are, yeah.
We're in the conference finals. Why don't you have a killer mentality? Like, what's going on? Like don't get too complacent. Like they're not being aggressive. I mean, Tatum should have gotten the ball more in the 4th. I think everyone agreed on that. I mean, Jaylen Brown was getting the more touches that everyone kind of wanted him to. He wasn't on as much, but it's okay.
Yeah, he's 1 for 6.
Again, 1A and 1A. Yeah. So they can work together. So fuck everybody that says some bullshit about it.
They can. No, they really can. They really can.
Because it's just people kind of say like it's like see, this is when I start to get aggravated. Because people think that they can't work and think that Tatum should be the guy. They are both the guy. It just depends. Like they're allowed to have like one can have a good game and one can have a bad game. Like they pick up each other. So
no, I agree.
Again, going back like Tatum, he did show up.
Well, why do you think they're both all NBA? Like Jalen could have been first.
Yeah. I mean, again, like, they both kind of showed up. I think Brown's free throws have kind of been killing me a little bit.
Facts.
Marcus Magic Johnson, 10 assists and a half with no turnovers. Like,
yeah,
what?
he was playing great, man.
And
I saw that. I was like, 10 assists, damn.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, if he's playing like that, it's like we looked so complete.
In the first half, you guys looked great. Complete. You guys looked great.
And then we didn't step on the gas. I texted all my boys. I'm like, bro, like they're gonna come out.
But that's a notorious Celtics.
I said we're gonna come out and dude, it's so annoying. Like they scored 45 in the third. We scored like 23. They totally
and that
blew us
kills you.
Out.
Kills you.
Totally blew us out. And again, like, I mean, do we see Grant Williams tonight playing some defense? I don't mind it. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. It's just, but like again, like he played well against Embiid. Like he brings some intensity. It's that he knows like kind of his role. He knows he can get you a bucket a little bit in the corner. Like I talked to you about Peyton Pritchard, right? Like he is quick, speedy. I don't mind it. He could go out and get you a bucket. Mm-hmm. I mean, he scored 92 in Seattle for a reason.
Yeah, guy's a bucket,
dude. Like you don't do that.
I'm surprised he's still on the Celtics. Like,
yeah,
I thought he would be. I thought he'd want to leave, get a bigger role somewhere.
Where?
That's true. That's a good point. Where is he going to get a role?
Nah, bro, I don't know.
On a shitty team.
Tonight, if the Celtics lose,
I don't think they will. I think they come out with, like you said last night, I think they go up big early, and then they need to.
They need to go up early. I mean, again, you just try to. We've talked about it before. You try to just contain guys like Jimmy.
Because
Butler.
the Heat are great at making adjustments. Mm-hmm. We've seen that the entire playoffs. We've seen that the entire season. The Heat
that's all
are
credit to Spoelstra.
Spoelstra. The fact that he doesn't have a Coach of the Year award baffles me, dude.
It makes no sense. It's unreal.
Guy has been super consistent ever since he's been a coach.
It makes no sense, honestly. Like it actually blew my mind that he was not even on those championship runs. Like. Yeah, nothing.
You can't. Okay, yeah.
And weren't they the 1 seed last year?
Yeah.
And what are we doing? Who did they give it to last year? Was it Budenholzer?
Yep.
He was last year?
I think it was. He might have been 2021, but he wasn't even in there.
Ridiculous.
He wasn't even in there. Like Spoelstra, the fact that he, like you said, how does he not win?
Yeah, how can you be a top 10, top 15 coach of all time and never win a Coach of the Year?
He has more conference finals appearances in the past since he's been coaching since like half the NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he's made it like half of his coaching tenure, right?
Yeah, like the dude is the model of consistency. Mm-hmm. They made it 3 out of the past 4 years, and this year's been the most impressive because they were a playing team. They lost the first game.
They were 2 minutes away from losing.
They were legit not even gonna be in the playoffs, and now they go into Milwaukee. I mean, to be fair to Milwaukee, they didn't have Giannis for the first 2 games, and that really set the tone.
Yeah.
And then actually no, they didn't. They did have him for the first game, but they got hurt, and then he was out 2 and 3. But then Then they go into.
But then when Giannis played, they didn't look that impressive.
Yeah, no. And then they go into New York, shut down the Knicks. Not that the Knicks, everybody knew what was going to happen there. Yeah. And then now here they are winning game 1 of the series. Like they have a realistic shot. I hate to say it, but they have a shot, man.
No, that's what pissed me off too. Like we saw on ESPN before game 1, it's like the Celtics had 97% chance.
ESPN's so fucking dumb, dude.
And now they moved I'm like, please stop.
And now
doing
it's 13%.
Because it's like one of the things that I hate seeing. Like, and it just puts it in my head. I'm like, please stop. You're just fueling a fire.
Well, that's what Jimmy Butler loves. Jimmy Butler loves that.
I don't want that.
He loves being the underdog.
But my friend, he's a Heat fan. He's like, this is the exact road of everybody that's beaten him to get his first ring.
Oh, it's seriously.
Because it was the Bucks first, and then who was it last round? The Knicks. I don't think he lost to the Knicks, though.
No.
I don't think. But it's like the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Lakers. Yeah. All teams that he's lost. It's just like this is the road for him to get his first ring. Dude, I don't know, bro. I mean, like I said downstairs right before a game, I said, because Isaiah asked me how I'm feeling. I'm like, bro, like, I'm gonna be realistic. Do I think that we should win in 5? Yeah. Is it gonna happen? No. But I think that
you guys have the more complete team by far.
Of course. But the thing that I did say is that do I expect us to just win every home game? Like I expect them to take one for sure, and that's exactly what happened. Like I expected them to.
But I expect you guys to take a road game as well. I think it'll be 2-2.
Dude, it's gonna be good. I mean,
it's conference finals for.
Dude, sometimes I really just have to turn off the game. I can't watch it.
I understand.
I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke, bro. I can't.
I understand. It's like me with the Jets, dude. I can't watch the game sometimes, man. It's just so frustrating. But yeah, I totally get it. But I think tonight is a must-win scenario.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Because if you go back to Miami down 0-2, it's fucked, dude.
That's the last thing that I want.
That's the last thing. You guys do not need that.
I don't even want to put that in.
No. I don't mean to put it out there, but it's a possibility because
of course it is. Nah, bro. I mean, again, do I expect the Heat to shoot 50% not only from the field but from three?
No.
Stop.
No. Not
it's just only us, bro. Like, there's no defensive intensity. Like, we're letting up. But again, like, it's like that first quarter, like, we were hitting some good shots too, and so were they. It's tough.
It's back and forth, bro.
It's like, why are we getting all these teams drop? It's not even like the defense is that bad. Like, we're contesting a decent amount of shots, and they're just all falling. It's just like I don't know, bro. It's just aggravating, to be honest. Really aggravating.
I get it.
Damn, bro. So what do you think? What do you think tonight?
I think you guys win.
How much?
I think it'll be close, though. I don't know. I think you guys, like I said, get a lead early, but then the Heat, make their halftime adjustments, have a good third. But I think you guys close it out.
I mean, we agree on the big first quarter is needed.
Oh, absolutely.
Big lead first quarter is
needed. You need at least 10 to 15 coming out of the gates.
I think that we could pull this one out from like
we know how Jalen
11 to 14.
You know how Jalen rolls in the first. Man, he does all of his scoring in the first freaking 12 minutes of the game. And then I don't know what happens, but he
I know.
He gives it up to Tatum.
I don't know, bro,
But yeah, I agree. I could see it being a 10-point win for you guys. Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it.
I hope so, bro.
You need a statement win like that.
It's just like we got to prove to everybody that we are that team. Like, I know that we are that team for sure.
You guys definitely are.
But
you guys are a freaking finals team. You are.
Aggravating, bro, because this is the chance to really go out. Last year was the chance too. We should have won last year as well, but this is the chance to steal a ring here. It's bad. Like, we really need it because next year is going to be even tougher. I mean, I think guys are going to hang around for us. That's not the issue.
It's that the East gets stronger, yeah.
It's just I don't want to have to sit through a whole off season and regular season to see if we do it. And like, as a fan, like, this is it. We have to now. I don't think Brown is going to leave. I don't care what people say. He's not going nowhere.
Yeah, like we were talking about last night, you guys got to prioritize getting.
I think he will. He loves it. Him and JT are boys.
Yeah.
He has a great role, and this is the best possible chance he has of winning a championship.
Yeah, because if he goes anywhere else, he's not winning anything.
Bro, like, you're on the brink. You're literally right there. Yeah, and you're just gonna give.
You've been right there for years.
You're gonna give that up for the same amount of money that you can get like with a championship team.
You can get more money with you guys. I think is it just with
us that we could give him?
Yeah, you guys can give him more money. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 20% more how it works.
Really, just because you play for that team and you get.
Yeah, if you get all. Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, because like Tatum, you guys can pay him like $300 million next year.
But I didn't know that he was up for that. I didn't know that he was up for that extension this year, though.
Yeah, Jalen's this summer.
Jalen's is this summer. I didn't know that JT.
You could also pay. Yeah, you can wait to pay JT one more year.
We can.
Yeah, he's
okay.
Next.
That's what I thought.
He's 2024.
Because I know we did their contracts kind of back to back like that.
Yeah, because obviously Jalen was a year before, so he's got now.
Again, I think, like, I don't know how Al Horford's contract is looking right now, but I think once that goes up, he can take a little bit less. That'll kind of lighten the load.
Maybe Al's making a lot, man.
We could reconstructure that. I mean, but dude, that was the thing. Like, I was pissed. I was like, what are we doing getting Al Horford back? And he's been nothing but great.
He's been model consistency from beyond the arc.
Dude, like, he's been better than that first run he had with us.
Yeah.
Like, you think about it now, like, people are going to remember him as a Celtic. They're not going to remember him as an Atlanta Hawk.
He might have been better as a Hawk, but you guys are he's.
But was he though?
I mean, in terms of accolades, yeah, but he's the same player.
When it comes to like production, like
it's because in Atlanta he had a bigger role because he was like the main guy. It was him, Josh Smith, Joe Johnson, Paul Millsap. Not Josh Smith. Josh Smith wasn't there. Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, that 2015 team where they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they sucked though. But no, he's had the he needs to get a ring. I think he deserves one.
I know, bro.
Him and Blake,
bro. Aggravating.
Him and Blake get that ring.
Fuck, bro. This is a good talk today, bro. I've been craving to talk NBA draft. I'm still got a month ahead to look at a lot of these guys' tapes. It's only so much that you can watch at the same time.
Exactly.
Especially like watching college. Like
now it's all NBA finals and shit.
I know. But that's why I do. Thank God for everyone on YouTube that has the time to make those videos because that could not be me, bro.
I know. All right, so
wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. little bit of a different episode.
Yeah,
but
hope you liked our little tour.
Yeah, it was good. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like might not be too much into the draft, but hopefully, like
I definitely wasn't as much as he was, but
I mean, hopefully, I gave a lot of people like a little bit of info about a lot of people.
You definitely me, man. Definitely
especially like from like the 1 to 15, 16. There's still a lot of guys towards the end that I
don't get it twisted. We fucked up the Jordan Hawkins thing. He's not going that low. He's not going that low.
If he does, I'd be surprised, and it would just have to do with another part of his game.
That website screwed us, man. Yeah. Jordan Hawkins is definitely a fringe lottery guy.
Yeah, but dude, I enjoy it. I mean, again, like, when's the draft? Like June 28th or something.
Yeah,
like
it's right after the finals.
Who knows if the podcast's still going? I could hop on with more.
We'll be on Zoom probably, but yeah, we can hop on. Yeah,
that'd be so much easier. Oh well, we'll be. Oh, we'll still be here though.
We'll be here. We'll be here. Chris will be away, but.
Oh, that's right, because he'll be coming back probably that day of the draft, the 28th, right? That's when he comes back.
I thought he was there for a while. I don't know.
Oh, I'm thinking. Okay.
I think he's up there. I think he's up there till grad, and then he comes back. Yeah, but yeah,
bro,
we can definitely do that. Yeah.
I mean, I love this shit, bro. Like college basketball and like high school stuff. Like even in high school, bro, I was constantly like, bro, I've known Imani Bates since he was in 5th grade.
Yeah, so have I.
Like I've been waiting like to see him come up, and that's just what I love, bro.
I hope he goes somewhere.
The Heat could use a shooter. Like
anybody, dude, anyone can use a shooter.
Yeah, bro.
All right, well,
let's wrap it up.
Thank you guys for watching. It's been Sports Aces podcast. I don't remember the episode number, but
maybe 25, 26,
maybe 25, 26. I'm Tom Bucciferro.
Pat Billings.
And we'll see you guys next time.